It does seem that we get around here. Would you believe that this particular piece came from Alberta, Michigan? No, I didn't go and get it myself. Our dad was on vacation up there, and he saw it at a garage sale in Alberta, Michigan. So if we've got any viewers from there, big shout out to you. Anyway, he found this at a garage sale, stacked on a pile of stuff that was labeled free. The lady there said it worked, but he brought it home to me because he knows I'm interested in this kind of stuff. This is a Herald Electronics AM/FM background music receiver. And it just puts out one channel's worth of audio. It's not a stereo or anything like that. But it has adjustable inputs for microphones, auxiliary and phono volume, tuner volume, tone. You can select the band, AM/FM, or FM with automatic fine tuning. And of course there's a power switch. Now, being as this is intended to drive a music distribution system of some kind, this actually has it has what you'd expect to find on the back of it. There's a fuse, a switched outlet, your auxiliary input, an AM/FM bar, an AM bar antenna, and connections for external antennas. It also has the impedance select for your microphone, whether you're using a high or low impedance microphone. I haven't played with that yet. This is another made in Japan and probably sold under whatever name was convenient in the U.S. piece of equipment. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I date it from probably the mid-70s. It is solid state. Its power section consists of two Sanyo top hat metal-bodied power transistors. Boy, some of the words I come up with. Anyway, it has speaker output. It has speaker outputs: common, 4 ohms, 8 ohms, 16 ohms, 25 and 70 volts. Those actually have a special purpose. Those are intended. That's where this thing is somewhat specialized, because an amplifier like this can be used to drive a lot of speakers, although it claims it only has 15 watts RMS output, which isn't terribly powerful, but if it's only playing background music, it really doesn't have to be. Anyway, the 70 volt terminal in particular can be used to connect a large quantity of speakers without worrying about high resistance problems from really long runs of wire. It also keeps you from having a problem with connecting your speakers in series and parallel and seeing the resistance drop, or trying to balance them so the resistance doesn't drop excessively and cause an unsafe amount of power dissipation in the amplifier transistors. So that's what those are for, but I'm just playing this into a conventional stereo speaker. It's an Epicure Products speaker. I'd never heard of them, but I gather that they were something of a high-fidelity producer of good quality loudspeakers. I gather that their speakers are somewhat sought after today, and this is, of course, another case of who in the world throws away just one speaker. It's hard to believe, but I guess people do, because this is the second time I've come across just one stereo speaker out for the trash collection. Anyway, this thing, these controls on the front act as sort of a crude mixing console, I guess you could say. You can actually mix audio from your microphones, auxiliary, or the tuner inputs. Let's turn it on and see how it does. It's actually in excellent working condition. The dial lighting's not even burned out, although it is a little dusty behind there. The microphone control has some noise in it. I'd say it's probably dirty. The auxiliary and tuner knobs, they work just perfectly. There's no dirt in those controls. And here's the FM tuner. Better not turn that up too high. What happened? Alright, let's try that again. There we go. That's more like it. It has an exceptional tuner in it. It really pulls the stations in.
Old branches of the music I probably would never.
Has nice clear audio output.
Well, sometimes wonder if it's a jelly roll.
I mean, there it is with 3 feet of wire roughly as an antenna, and it's pulling that station in particular is from 40 miles away, and it's just as clear as you could ever hope for. And of course the auxiliary input works well as well. And so here's the auxiliary input.
You're concerned about my happiness.
And of course, like I was saying earlier, you can mix them for whatever good it'll do. Which you can really make a strange result. Anyway, although there's probably nothing terribly special about this thing, and it's not all that high power of an amplifier, I think it sounds good, and it was definitely a cool garage sale find, and I really appreciate my dad having brought it home. And I just thought that I'd share it with you because I know some of you have been watching my channel recently for, you know, vintage audio equipment, all that kind of stuff. So there you have it, the Herald Electronics AM/FM background music receiver.